In the prosperous of the powerful states, much work is carried out on scientific study, revival, and popularization of the glorious history. Rich national heritage, the Turkmen people have rich history amazing the whole world. Written sources written by the medieval Turkmen historians later remain Konya was known all over the world as a developing and prospering city with rich culture and science, along with such ancient cities like Nosoy, Dikhistan, Merv, Amol, Abdert, and Faras. Turkmen people have ancient and glorious past taking its origin from depth of centuries. While saying all this in present, Turkmens are one of the ancient traditions of the world, preserving during millennia their ethic and historical unity, who made a great contribution to the development of the world politics, culture, economy from old times. Vividly testified to it. Every time, while visiting the cultural and historical monuments of the ancient ruins, it seems like one gets into other amazing world, which is impossible to compare with anything else. This traveling connects you with the glorious past of our people, stimulates wish of everyone to know more about glorious past. This emotional thirst reveals the strive of every curious man to try to overcome time, to realize own belonging to the human genius, to understand influence of everyday life, wishes and dreams of our ancestors, to determine place which they take in this world, to choose their own way. It's necessary to penetrate into the historical strata of the millennium. We know that many historical monuments are located on the land of the ancient Konya. In the first centuries of AD, there was a settlement in Konya which was called Urunj. This city from ancient times was famous by its developed culture, science, and art. The Akkala fortress is one of the unique monuments in the complex of monuments of Konya. As known, the complex of historical monuments of the ancient Konya was entered in UNESCO World Heritage List. From old times, the medieval architecture of Konya attracted the attention of tourists and researchers by well-preserved architectural buildings. They are foreign historical monuments, among which there are ancient fortresses. One of the amazing fortresses, Akkala, is situated in the southeast of the Konya State Historical and Cultural Reserve. Akkala is a eternal fortress of Shahrethan. The walls of Akkala fortress can be seen from distance like a white haze. The fortress is built from adobe. For this reason, the local residents called this fortress Akkala, which in translation means white fortress. In the course of the archaeological excavations carried out during various years in the territory of the Akkala fortress, as well as in the results of numerous scientific investigations, it was revealed that the base was late in the 13th century. Its total area is more than 6 hectares. Some places of the fortress walls were kept till our days more than 4 meters. Initially, the thickness of the walls of Akkala reached 2-3 meters. The height of the preserved walls made up 4-5 meters. One can see the traces of the dispersions inside of the Akkala fortress ruins of buildings erected in the 13th century. The entrance into the fortress is located in its southern part. The support columns of the defined sides were built to provide durability of the fortress walls. These columns promoted preservation of the fortress up to present time. Every nation can be confident in greatness of its nation, starting deeply its historical past. For this reason, beginning from the first days of independence and today in the prosperity of the powerful state, the interest for studying of the history of a nation has been increased. Currently, to love motherland, to study comprehensively and popularize ancient and glorious history of our people is a sacred duty for each of us. In the prosperity of the powerful state, due to the same present, all conditions were created in the country for studying and preservation of our national cultural heritage and bringing it to next generations, taking the created opportunities, the studying and restoration of the monuments to bring them to future generations is carried out by workers of Konya State Historical and Cultural Reserve. The most ancient new monument, known as Akkal, is situated in the southern part of the area of the ancient Konya. It's dated to the 4th and 16th centuries. The world-famous Yakubovsky noticed that the monument is located in a rather comfortable place along the Amudarya river bed, which defended it from possible threats. The round towers were erected in the southern part. In 2009, this fortress, built from adobe, buildings, facilities erected by the ancient methods, became the central attention of the UNESCO experts, who conducted here the training seminar dedicated to the issues of the restoration of the monuments. The restoration of the adobe of the monuments was carried out in the course of the seminar. In the prosperity of the powerful state, On the initiative of the same persons, great attention is paid to the issues of surveying of the UNESCO national heritage and cultural values. Registering of historical monuments in the UNESCO World Heritage List is evidence of acknowledgement at high international level of the values of objects of the cultural heritage of our country. Presently, this historical city with its all monuments located on their area are entered in the list of values of the universal civilization, and one of the most important tasks of the current time is their preservation for future generations. From 1993, Turkmenistan is a full member of UNESCO. This authoritative organization plays an important role in international activity on preservation of the cultural monuments and carries out work on creation of conditions for open relations based on mutual respect, honoring universal values and wealth of every nation. Due to the same presence, the international authority of our country has been increased day by day. The significance of the monuments of Convent in studying of the glorious 5,000-year history of our people is great. The northern region of Turkmenistan is rich in historical and cultural monuments. There are about 500 historical places in this region, registered by the state. There are ruins of fortresses, villages which were founded in different times. There are ruins of monuments entered in the world culture and deserved a great acknowledgement are among them. The complex of the historical monuments being deserved contribution of our ancestors to the world culture became a pride of the Turkmen people.